Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Day, and I get to be your spiritual living coach. What a joy. Good morning, Cynthia. What a joy it is to be with you on this October 25th, 2021. I'm super excited because A Spiritual Remedy, the class starts tomorrow night. And there are people that are signed up whose lives are going to be transformed. And I'm super excited that if you still want to sign up for it, go ahead and send me an email. Write directly to me. Good morning, Pharaoh. It's good to have you with us. Send me an email at sunshine@sunshineday.com, and I will get you signed up and get you ready for living the serenity prayer. That serenity prayer is 25 words that are super duper powerful. Good morning, Bertha. Super duper powerful. And for many of us who've used the serenity prayer, and for many of us who've been in the recovery arena, you have probably said this prayer over and over again. And what we get an opportunity to do is break it down. We get this opportunity to unpack it, to dissect it, to take it little by little, and to actually live the serenity prayer for 6 weeks. I'm so excited. So I just wanted to start off the show with that in mind. So this month, a month of October, we've been talking about worthiness, and we've been doing the work out of my book, Begin Within, a playbook for living your genuine life. And let's just go over what worthiness means. Worthiness is having merit or value, useful or valuable, honorable, admirable, and deserving. And the talk that I've been talking about this month specifically has to do with you feeling worthy and you actually knowing your truth. Good morning, Nancy Sepulveda. It's going to be a great day today. And so here's what's up. Here's what's up with worthiness. Many people in recovery or people who have struggled in life with weapons of mass distraction. And when I say weapons of mass distraction, I'm talking about drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, eating, gambling, sex, shopping. I'm talking about people who are addicted to stress or anxiety, fear, depression, fall prey to misery and despair. You are not broken. You are not broken. And who you are is someone who has, you've had the experience of an awakening to recognize that you've been stuck in behaviors and beliefs that no longer serve you. But you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. And you are valuable. You are a unique, unrepeatable way that life shows up. There's not another one like you. And so, because I see a world where clean and sober people, where people in recovery are living their best life and loving it, what I get a chance to do is to support you as your spiritual living coach. I get to support you by providing you spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation, that you might continue the awakening that's happened. All I get to do is be that additional guide and guide you through some steps, like recognizing that you are worthy. Today I'm coming to you from Florida, so it's actually noon here in Florida. And, I get to live my best life. My dad turned 90 yesterday, and I have this opportunity because of the way I continue to set up my life, because the way I continue to know that I too am worthy. Because there was a time where I was feeling low, like, oh man, you know what? I'm this dope fiend and I'm this alcoholic. And, why would life give me anything? Why would life produce anything for me? Why do I deserve anything? Why do I even deserve to breathe the air that I'm breathing? And, what I want to share with you is that everyone deserves the best life possible. the best life that is available, and that we all, with some assistance and with some guidance from one another, which is really the deal, the guidance of one another, we have this opportunity to really know the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is that we are the unique, unrepeatable way that life is showing up. Yes, Edais, don't post her phone number, but yes, Edais, you can join the group tomorrow. No worries. I got you. I got you. You are the unique, unrepeatable way that life is showing up. And because you are alive, you are worthy. You are worthy. Our past does not define who we are. My resume does not define who I am. The things that I've done don't define who I am. My social identities, don't define who I am. Define who I am. Who I am is the unique, unrepeatable way that life itself is showing up. And so, because I have life, because I am life, I get this opportunity to shift my thinking and perception. See, we have been a result of a lot of the things that we've been taught. And now is the opportunity for us to actually recognize our own worth, our own worth. And our worth and your worth is awesome. You deserve to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. And if you don't feel that way right now, you might feel broken. You might feel unworthy, but you are indeed worthy. And as a result of some of these spiritual tools that I continue to coach people on and with, as a result of utilizing and implementing these spiritual tools in your own life, you too will begin to feel the worthiness of your life, the worthiness of your being, of your living. Um, there's going to be a time where you're no longer this people pleaser. Hey, Gina T, what's up? Yeah, imagine not being a people pleaser. Imagine your no meaning no and your yes meaning yes. Imagine not doing something, because they did da 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 before, and so now I feel like I have to pay them back. No, imagine that you feel your own worth to where this either works for both of you or it doesn't. Not that you have to sacrifice of yourself to do that. And that, imagine the day and the time that regardless of what people say or do, what people say about you, what people do, that regardless of any of that, that you know the truth of who you are, and that their perception, ideas about you do not define you. And so that's what we've been working with this month in terms of worthy, that you deserve recovery, you deserve life, you deserve all the best that life has to bring, and that we don't have to allow our past to define us or to cancel us out from all the good that life has to offer. Now, it's interesting because we live in a time and place where cancel culture is a thing. Oh, so-and-so said this, or so-and-so did that. Cancel, they're out of my life. I don't want to hear anything else they say, or what they say does not have value. And, I'm here to tell you and to just kind of share with you that when we begin canceling people out, what we're really doing is canceling ourselves. Because even, to get biblical, just for the sake of making the point, when a bunch of guys got around and they were like, oh, she sinned, and according to our law, we're supposed to stone her to death, and they all had rocks in their hand, and the enlightened one said, oh, is that right? Like, oh, is that what we're doing? We're going to stone this woman to death because she violated this human law? Oh, okay, cool. Well, he who is without sin, cast the first stone. Crickets, crickets, crickets. So here they are ready, that mob mentality, that mentality of like, yeah, we're going to cancel her out. We're going to stone her to death. She didn't do this or she did that or the other thing. And so, she's not worthy to live and breathe our air. And all these men were around ready to stone this woman to death, to torture her, to bring pain and agony upon her. And the enlightened one said, oh, no, hold on, wait a minute. If you are without sin, if you've never committed this, if you've never done this, if you haven't fallen short, go ahead, because you're the one who can cast that first one, inflict upon her the first thing. And so that is exactly what's happening here in our culture, right? Well, and Gina T, it's hard not to walk away from toxic people. Sometimes it is, but it's only hard because we say it is, right? It's easy to walk away from toxic people when you recognize your own worth. And that takes some steps. That takes some spiritual tools on a regular basis so that you can say, this toxicity is no longer good for me. Now, here's the thing is that we do have judgment, right? We do have judgment, and it's not about walking away. It's about letting go with love, because it's not about judgment. The idea is that I love myself and I love you enough to no longer be in a toxic relationship. Now, here's the deal. There are, we want to judge and say toxic people, but there are only toxic relationships. I absolutely believe that people are whole, perfect, and complete, and people are not broken. They just are stuck in behaviors and beliefs that keep them in a negative state of being and in a low vibration. And so, what do I look like being in that low vibration with them, in that kind of relationship? Instead, through some spiritual tools and some loving support, which is what I get a chance to provide, using spiritual tools and a loving support, we begin to recognize our own worthiness. And we get to say, not from a place of judging them, but from a place of, my heart does not thrive here, but I get to love people. I get to trust higher power. I get to love people. I get to trust life. I get to love people. And I get to do what's the highest and best for me. Now, that might sound selfish and self-centered and self-seeking, and it is not. Because when we are true to thine own self, when we begin to actually go, wait a minute, I don't know this dance, or this dance is too familiar for me, and it's not a dance that I enjoy, meaning when I am around folks and our relationship is toxic, because I have a part to play in that. Let me not be confused and be like, you're toxic, I'm leaving. No, I have played a part and a role in that kind of relationship. So what I get to do is go, I'm worthy. I get to recognize that just kind of like in our affirmations, what are my daily affirmations? What are the things that I'm entertaining and telling myself about who I am, right? I'm worthy of abundance. I am worthy of infinite possibility, as it has to do with this relationship, right? Abundance in our relationship, and abundance of love, infinite possibility with where this relationship can go. Life constantly shows me that I am worthy of the air I breathe, the trees, love, joy, fun, and all that I am willing to accept. When I'm in toxic relationships, I'm willing to accept toxic relationships. When I'm no longer willing to accept toxic relationships, I recognize my worth, that I am not broken, that they are not broken, but that we have been stuck in behaviors and beliefs that no longer serve us, right? And so I have to ask myself, what are the qualities of my thoughts? What are the qualities of my thoughts? And then I get to be heavily meditated, right? Heavily meditated. I get to meditate on the good of life. And I get to begin to see that I am happy, joyous, and free. I get to use my affirmations. I get to use my prayer. I get to use my meditation, right? And I get to actually recognize that the only person, this is why the serenity prayer class that starts tomorrow is so important, right? I get to recognize that the only thing or the only person that I can change is me. And the only real thing that needs changing and shifting are my thoughts and beliefs. That I recognize that I've been stuck in behaviors and beliefs that no longer serve me. By continuing to be in relationships that are not for the highest and best. And because I have a part to play in those, I have a part to play in the healing of that. And again, it's not that we're broken. It is indeed, though, that I have shifted my thoughts and beliefs to think that I'm broken, to think that people are broken, to think that things are toxic. But when I begin to actually recognize the truth of who I am and the truth of all life, I get to recognize my worthiness. I get to recognize that I have value. And when I recognize that I have value, I recognize that other people around me also have value. I want to read just a little bit of the inspirational message that I wrote for this. And that is, well, actually in this prayer, and I'll leave you with this, right? I believe in life and nothing else. This one life that is everywhere present, all knowing, all powerful, creative intelligence that has created me out of itself. This life is my life now. Therefore, I now make known my desires and I accept them as manifest facts of my life. That which life is present in my life and is accessible to me by speaking my word and by being at one with love, with joy, with peace, clarity, abundance, and wholeness. As I know this about life and about myself, I also know the same truth about all life. I love this part, and that is that everything is accessible to me. Thank you, Bertha. I'm so glad that you're enjoying my book. It's available on Amazon. Again, it's Begin Within: A Playbook for Living Your Genuine Life. And when I wrote it so that we can be with a particular topic for the whole month. And that as a daily practice, again, which is so important, right? These spiritual tools, this daily practice for the entire month of October, that by now we're feeling that sense of worthiness because we've been giving ourselves the affirmation, the prayer, we've been meditating on it, we've been, reading the same content every day and bringing that into our being. You see, too many people are watching television and listening to the news and absorbing that. And I've been saying for a long time, as my mentor once said, we have to turn off the television and sit around and television. My vision is that I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. And so what I get a chance to do is to provide the spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. So as we close out, the month of October with worthiness, I want you to know that you are worthy. And I want to, again, just invite you to the class that starts tomorrow, Living the Serenity Prayer. Just shoot me an email and say I'm in. And between today and tomorrow morning, I will send you the information and the Zoom link so that we're online together at 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. So I am simply loving that I get an opportunity to be with you in this way, and so appreciate your support. You are a gift in my life, and I certainly hope and pray that I am a gift in yours. Until next Monday, or until tomorrow night when I see you on Zoom for Living the Serenity Prayer, know that you are loved and that you are worthy, my friend. Until next week, see you then. Bye-bye.
Celebrate life. You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Love and appreciate.
Love and appreciate.
Show them that you care.
Show them that you care, and you'll always be there. Celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice. Celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice. Celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice. Celebrate